Hear all of our previously aired broadcasts of News for the Soul online at newsforthesoul.com. Now let's get back to the show.
Happy Monday. This is News for the Soul on a busy Monday. Actually, in November 2017, we're already halfway through that month, today being the 13th. So we're going to start right now with Pain-Free, Fast and Easy, all the way over to Hawaii. Dawn Crystal, welcome back to News for the Soul.
Well, a big aloha to you, Nicole, and everybody here. I'm so grateful to be back again this week with everybody. So today is Pain-Free, Fast and Easy, Nicole. And hopefully today, maybe I could take some live callers if somebody's here listening. And I'll do some mini healings. And since I'm a soul reader, too, I'll just mention I'm a world-known pain release expert, everybody, if you haven't tuned in before. I do my shows usually bi-weekly. Today we're adding an extra show, so welcome everybody here today. And I'll be back next week as well. And what we're going to do today is basically I'm going to do a mini group activation. And basically every show I like to do this is bring our, I call it grounding the life force energy of who you truly are, which is your soul self, your soul. We call it God present self or life force energy into the body. And by doing so, why I really believe in this and why I've been doing this for many people really realize how important it is to have our really ground in our life force energy. Our life force energy is all about keeping our body healthy on all levels, keeping our body safe, meaning safe. You don't really feel everybody else's negativity around you as much when you have your, I call it your higher self or your soul in your body. So it's more of a protection. And, of course, having our life force energy, we're talking about pain-free, fast, and easy. So my whole purpose of doing this and actually grounding everyone's life force energy, if you choose to do it, you can listen to it as well, the group processes, and also in the future replay, you can, go ahead and follow along. I've started energy for the call, so everybody who listens to this now or in the future will get some energy, whatever you're needing for your highest good. But again, I want to mention about the grounding of the life force energy so I don't lose my chain of thought here. It's important because life force energy is what really sustains our body, keeps our body healthy, helps our body. I'm all about empowering people. So my goal and my mission, if you want to call me a healer, I label myself as a healer, is to really help people heal themselves. But we all have, all of us as human beings, we all, we're spiritual beings, but I just call myself a spiritual being in a human body right now in this existence. Is to share our gifts with each other, regardless if they're more like I'm doing more of the metaphysical or spiritual, but we all have gifts, and I think that we all should share our gifts with others, and that's what I do, and I'm so grateful to have this platform with Nicole on the News for the Soul Radio so I can share my gifts with you all. So, Nicole, if you wouldn't mind, I just want to mention, as I will be tuning into callers, if you choose to work with me later, I'll be tuning into your life force energy. So you can, let me know during the call today if you have some issues going on with you on a physical level. And I'm talking about pain is one of them. I also have the ability, because when I work with people, especially on the radio shows, I work with large groups of people, so my energy is really expanded. When I tune into, not so much the group collective like I'll be doing in the group process, but when I work with individual callers, I will see, I actually see the blockage in your body as well. And I will tune into your spirit, your soul. I call them soul readings, but actually in reality your soul tells me everything. And with doing so, I'm a very lightning fast speed, you might want to call it healer, because I have all my senses activated. That's one of my true gifts in this lifetime, is to really bring in this light. I call it source energy. I don't really bring in a modality to any of my work that I do, because I really like to keep my energy pure and clean and simple. So I just have the ability of bringing in life force energy or God's light or source light to groups of people or individual people if I work with you, like we'll be doing today on mini healings. And by doing so, that's really the energy, everybody, if we don't know that, it's the energy that beats our heart and breathes our lungs without us even thinking about it. or making it happen. And if you notice your heartbeat, I'm not saying if you don't have a health problem, I'm talking about just the normal general human population. Our heart beats and our lungs breathe in perfect harmony. I'm just talking about just in general, perfect harmony and rhythm. And you don't even have to think about it. It's a gift, life. It's called life. It's a gift. So that energy that sustains us all, and all humans and animals and all living things, I call it the birth or the beat of nature, which is God, is what I really channel. So I channel in that pure source energy, and you'll feel it because the energy that I do is very high frequency. I was not able to always hold this energy, everybody. I've actually been working on this for many, before my gifts found me many years ago. I was like you, I was just a business owner, and I won't go into my total history here, but I was a business owner, and I was guided on my spiritual path, and I went through homelessness and all that, and gave up my whole life and everything I owned and rent, and I lived out of a car for many months, and I was a very wealthy person, so it was a very challenge for me to just give up my whole life, my brand new house that I built. All the money, I gave it all to my ex-husband, just got divorced, just left everything, said this isn't working for me, and I was just totally soul-guided in my heart chakra to follow my heart, and left the East Coast where I was living at the time, everybody, and moved to the Hawaiian Islands, not Maui, but I was on another island in the beginning of my humble beginnings. And I lived out of a car, and slow but sure, my gifts of sound. I'm a sound healer, meaning I make sound through the voice that heals the body through my voice, not only moving energy, I call it moving energy, life force energy, to release blockage, which our show today is about releasing pain. But my sounds that come through me, everybody, that came through me many years ago when I was sitting on the beach just being surrendered and healing myself because I thought I was absolutely lunatic or crazy that I left my whole life and left every bit of, I had millions of dollars back then. I just left it all. I gave it away. And then I sat on the beach homeless and didn't even know how I was going to eat because I was living off the dollar menu at the fast food restaurant down here. I won't say a name because I'm grateful for that dollar menu that kept me alive back then. I wasn't eating organic, that's for sure. And my gifts of sound came to me on the beach. When people would walk by, they were amazed. And this was years ago when people thought my work of sound healing was just kind of out there, weird, whatever you want to call it, voodoo. So I was making sounds back then, and people were sitting me in large groups of people when I was sitting on the beach making sound to heal myself, by the way. It wasn't here to help anybody back then. My sounds really came through me because I was in a moment or time of my life, I shouldn't even say moment, a time of my life where I was desperate and I needed help and I had nobody. And my sounds came in and healed myself and, of course, showed me how to heal myself from all my lifetime traumas. I grew up in a very abusive family, so I grew up my whole life watching my whole family kill themselves. With drugs and alcohol. I fortunately was never put in viral. I had a strong spirit that never got me into drugs, but I watched everybody in my life kill themselves. And I left all that. That was early on in my life. But the beautiful part of my life is a gift, and I wouldn't be here today with the gift that I have and sharing it with all of everybody here on this platform if I didn't go through what I went through and healed myself. So I'm very authentic what I do and teach because I don't teach from a book. I really teach from my own life experience, and what I've healed in myself is what I teach. So today you'll get a little bit of taste. We're going to do a little bit of group process here, Nicole. What I'm going to do is just do a little bit of visualization with everybody on the call and also the future replay, because you will be receiving energy from this as long as this recording is active. This energy is always going to be active as well. And we're going to ground in the life force energy of who we are into our crown chakra through the physical body. And I will do like mini chakra activations while I do that. And every call I do will be a little bit different activations. Different frequencies come through me based on what source or God knows who will be listening to this now and also on the replay. So even though the sounds may sound similar and sound the same, they're always a different frequency that I run under all my sounds, and it's always different per person that I work on individually as well. So I just have that knowing to know what to tune into and what frequencies need to come under my sounds through my voice. And, of course, the sounds through my voice, everybody, just to let you know, it's not just moving. I can move energy through the body really rapidly, talking about fast. That's really my gift as far as removing or releasing energy blockage in the body, which really gets rid of the pain in the body, really. So I can do that in minutes. I do that in minutes with people all over the world. And, of course, I have the ability of soul connection, which I can go into your soul, and then I can find out what the root cause is. The many healings on the air today will not go too much into the personal, so we'll talk about that later if you want a session with me in the future. But I can tell you, we'll talk about responsibility of our energy, but I can release energy on immediately on people on blockage, and usually feel really good right away. And then, of course, my life force energy is going to help you with any kind of anxiety issues or anything like that, because I'm really known to help people get out of anxiety and help really move trauma through the body. And really good. I'm really good as far as getting rid of headaches. You guys have anything on the line today? If anyone calls in for headaches, any kind of joint issues. When I say joints, I mean like knee pain. You know, a lot of people have that carpal tunnel with the computer thing, so I kind of help people with those issues as well. And then, of course, everybody, I'm really good as far as moving energy through the face. The face is like our jaw, the TMJ. I think you've heard of TMJ, which is teeth. I can move energy through the teeth, the gums, and the jaw rapidly. And I have a lot of pain doctors that come to me all over the world. Believe it or not, I work with doctors as well. And I help move energy through them as well. So I have the ability to really get energy moving to those areas. So if you had surgeries, I'm good with moving energy through any part of the body with surgery. As far as I can get rid of inflammation and scar tissue pretty fast on people. So it's miraculous what I do, and I'm just humbled by it. I'm not in my ego, so I'm definitely just very grateful to have this gift, and I take it very seriously. My wife's on me, everybody. If you haven't heard from me before, I just adopted another cat. So I help homeless animals, and I have a little fat, little chunky pug. His name's Hoku. And then I have 4 other cats that I'm taking care of. So that's my life. I pretty much live with animals, and I don't really live too much with humans. And I love human beings, please don't get me wrong, but it keeps my energy very crystal clear. So that's pretty much in a nutshell, everybody, a little bit about me. I could go into more detail about my life and how my gifts came to me. I'd like to maybe do that in the future show again. I did that in the beginning because my gift didn't just show up overnight. It was really me following my heart and my true calling of what I'm really born here to do. So these activations today, and why I bring all that up anyway, is because these activations that if you tune into all my calls, are going to be preparing people, even if you don't work with me in person or on the phone here, individually, we're going to be preparing people for their next level of evolution. So my gift is the healer is really to activate certain parts of you that might be asleep or dormant. So whatever your soul's ready for in your evolution, you're listening to this for a reason, and you're on the call now, or you're listening to the replay and you're just guided to that for some reason beyond your mind. So these activations can go pretty deep in yourself, and you can awaken up to a new way of being that you might not even be aware of. That would be even more exciting than what you're experiencing right now if you're ready. So let's go ahead and begin. Nicole, I'd like to go ahead and begin the process, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Okay, so everybody, let's go ahead and start the crown activation. This is really important. You're going to hear me make a loud sound. People are just kind of like, what is this loud sound that she does? There's a reason for that. So just so you know, I don't just make loud sounds and sound bizarre. My loud sounds that I do are actually moving energy for a lot of people. So when you hear me make a loud sound, I want to mention, because the crown chakra activation is huge. I do these when I clear people or I work with people, individual or whatever, or in person. I move energy, and I will make a loud sound, usually at the top of the head, and that moves energy off the top of the head. I want to mention, I haven't really met too many people who don't walk around with a cloud of energy at the top of their head, and they just think they don't have it, but really in reality, you do. And a lot of times that cloud of energy that's right at the top of your head, everybody, right at the top. You don't even need to know where the actual chakra is. It's just right at the top. It gets clogged. So what happens? That energy up there stays clogged, and it's really hard for you to get your divine guidance coming through that crown chakra channel directly from Source or God, whatever you believe, okay? So I don't bring religion into my work with all religions, okay? I'm just bringing in pure energy of Source, and whatever you believe is it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But it's really one energy, and we all have our own perception of it. So I just honor everybody's belief system. So let's go ahead and put our attention, everybody. We're going to start the group process here. We're going to bring in life force energy of our soul, if you want to believe that, or your God-present self, or your source self into your body. So we're going to start with the crown chakra activation. And when I make sound, just kind of imagine everything kind of going into that beautiful light above your head. And I'm just going to kind of go down the chakra system in an opposite way. I usually when I do chakra clearing, sometimes I'll start from the root chakra and go up to the top. But usually in this activation, I like to bring the energy into the body, and we'll do it usually like that. But a lot of times, sometimes if I'm doing crown chakra activation, so sometimes I'll go the opposite way. But we're going to go from the head down today, okay? Let's go put focus, everybody. We're going to start with the first crown chakra, and let's put focus at the top of your head while I make some sound here, and receive. And if you don't want to receive, it's fine. It's your free will. You may just, and maybe you'll decide to receive later if you listen to the replay. So it's all up to you, okay? If this is all new to you, that's fine. But let's go ahead and begin to the people who are ready here now. And let's put our focus at the top of our head when I make sound. Let's begin. Here comes the loud sound, everybody. Just imagine that being like a big, heavy blanket of energy just going pop right off the top of your head like a cap. Okay, let's imagine that doing that, happening to your best of your ability. If you're not visual, just know it's happening, and maybe you'll feel a little bit lighter, which is fine. If you don't, that's still fine too. It still works. So let's let that go right now with this sound. There it goes. Okay, so we got that activated. Just take a deep breath, everybody, in between the activation. I like to get the energy moving, so that's what I do with the sound, is making energy move, too, as well. Okay, one more. Deep breath. Okay, so anyway, that starts the energy up there. Some people may feel it. It depends how sensitive you are and in touch with your body. So if you're, if you had a lot of trauma, I won't get too much into this, but if you had a lot of trauma in your life, sometimes we don't feel our body as much. I call it wearing lots of coats on us, meaning like easiest way or analogy I like to say is it's like having like 10 coats on yourself. You don't really feel your skin, right? So that's what happens when people who have had a lot of trauma, including myself. I had to work on taking off all those layers of coats so I could start being more sensitive like I am now. I walked around this planet numb most of my life because I was covered in coats, heavy blankets over me, or whatever you want to call it. So if you're one of those people, it's fine. It's still working. It just has to permeate a different way into your system because we're not really feeling our full physical body, and that's normal. I mean, I can tell you that anyone who's had trauma is not going to be feeling as much as somebody who grew up in a perfect family, and bless you for that. You did. You have to get right there. Okay, so everybody, let's move our attention down to the third eye, which is right in the middle of the forehead, and I'm going to do a little bit of a third eye activation as well, okay? And just receive that now. And then after we get to all the chakras, we're going to do a little connected dots with energy, and we're going to bring that energy at the very end of this to our feet, down to earth, okay? So let's go ahead and do the third eye right now, everybody. Put your attention in center in the middle of your forehead. Let's do that now. Beautiful. Let's take another deep breath, everybody. Beautiful. Okay. So now that we're in the third eye, I want everybody to bring. This is a really big chakra, and I like to clear the throat chakra. I always emphasize on this. emphasize that the throat chakra should be cleared and we should be able to speak our truth in a very loving way. But a lot of people hold back their words, and that's just a normal human behavior. We don't always speak what we need to say. That's fine. It's just maybe we don't feel it's appropriate or whatever, but that's okay. That's what this third activation is going to be, is opening up the throat chakra and activating that. And that's including for myself many years. So I'm on the same boat as everybody here. So I just let people know I'm no better than anybody. I've had to do the work myself, and I still continue to do my work as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and put our focus and tension down to the throat, and I'm going to make a little activation there. So just know what's happening for your highest good, and let's receive that right now. Okay, throat chakra activation. Take a deep breath, please, everybody. Okay, so we've done 3 chakras already. And if you just get on the line, it's fine. You can go back and listen to this anyway. Okay, so we're going to, and you can connect all the dots. So but right now, what we're going to do is go down to the heart chakra. And this is just kind of activating the heart more to be expansive, loving. And, you know, a lot of people, including myself, walked around my whole life with heart walls. These are layers of coats, or you want to call it, or just layers above your heart that you just don't feel. It's kind of like feeling numb, not really feeling your feelings, especially if you have trauma. A lot of people don't feel their heart, and the reason for it is because we just stored trauma somewhere in our body and we're just covered up. So this heart activation, if you're one of those people who've got a lot of trauma, maybe I'll work with you as for a mini healing, but we'll open the heart chakra more, because that's really going to help bring in more of what you want in your life, which is happiness. Abundance is a big one. More flow of abundance. Who doesn't want that, right? Above and beyond our needs, by the way. So the heart chakra is really big to keep open, because we like to bring in more abundance in all different ways. Abundance for your highest good, abundance of happiness, joy, everything. Feeling good in your body, whatever abundance means for you. Okay, but anyway, that's going to really help bring in more abundance to you. So I don't know anybody who doesn't want abundance. And we're going to work on the last chakra, which we'll get down to the root chakra, which is also good for abundance as well. So let's go down to our heart chakra, receive this activation, everybody, right now. I'm bringing Kelly green light into the heart chakra, which is really the chakra color. So just, you don't have to know that, but I'm just bringing in the light green, which is healing. Kelly green. Take a deep breath. That's called expansion. Expansion. All right. Beautiful. I just see the group collective, which is great. Past, present, future. Meaning now and also in the replay. Okay. So anyway, let's go down to our belly button, everybody. That is actually the third chakra. We're going opposite way today, because I'm just trying to activate the chakras for everybody, so you can receive this divine light of who you are easily. It's a very high frequency. So let's go ahead to our belly button, everybody. Receive that activation right now. Just put your attention and a focus right in the belly button area. Okay? So let's receive this next activation. Whew. Whew. Beautiful. Take another deep breath. And actually, that's going to actually help with a lot of people who are stagnated or have trauma. We like to store our traumas in our stomach. So we're just going to start that process right there. We're going to go down another level to that, which is the chakra right underneath it. It's 3 inches below the belly button approximately. That's chakra number 2. And there's more chakras to the body. So I just basically on the show deal with the, we clear the 7. There's actually a lot more chakras. But we're just going to deal with the main 7 right now. Okay, so let's go below the belly button, down 3 inches. Just know what's happening. It's your second chakra. I'm just going to activate that now. So just receive this next activation right there at the chakra 3 inches below approximately of your belly button. Let's begin. Let's take another deep breath. Excuse me. Whew. So I'm moving energy here. If you hear me taking a deep breath, everybody, it's because I'm moving energy for now and future. It's so amazing how Force uses me. So I'm actually physically moving energy. I can feel it. Okay. It's pretty remarkable. It's definitely beyond the mind what I do. So I'm glad I live beyond the mind. Half the time I'm not even on this earth, so it's amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and below that next chakra, we're going to go down to the root chakra, which is the chakra of creativity. It's chakra 1. I like to open that up for everybody because we're talking about a little bit about abundance today, activating the heart chakra. And, of course, we want to keep these lower chakras open as well so your flow of your energy flows through the body. It's going to be a process for some of you, including myself. These chakras it's taken me a long time to really clear them. And I'm just letting you know I'm still healing myself. I'm in physical form just like everybody else, so I still have work to do as well. So nobody gets free. I mean, unless you had a perfect life, most people have to do some work to really raise our consciousness, our vibration, and our awareness. Okay, it's just part of the evolutionary process of life, of being in physical form. Okay, so let's go ahead and go down to that chakra right now, everybody. And I'm just going to do a root chakra, chakra number 1 it is called. Doesn't matter if you don't know that anyway. We're just going to put our attention there. And let's just do a little bit of an activation there, and then we'll bring the stream of white light through our body to our feet to center of Mother Earth. So let's do this next activation at the root chakra and receive it now, everybody. Beautiful. Let's take another deep breath, everybody. Okay, so now we're just going to imagine the light going down to our feet, and we're going to imagine that stream of light going from your crown chakra all the way through your physical body. That's your soul, by the way, your highest good, your source, your God-present self, down through your feet, grounded to the center of Mother Earth. And while making that sound, just imagine that happening. Breathe and receive the highest good. If you do not choose to do or participate now and you just want to listen, please do. You're not obligated to do any of the activations. If you don't know or are not sure, maybe you're a newbie to energy work, it's fine. I honor and respect you. So this is I'm all about integrity. So whatever you feel, you can just listen if you want, and then you can go back to the replay if you decide to participate later. It's fine, absolutely fine. Okay, let's imagine that happening, everybody, from our crown chakra all the way to our physical body, to our feet. We're going to ground that beautiful light of who you truly be to the center of Mother Earth, so we can be in our physical bodies here and now in this present moment. Let's begin that process right now. Beautiful, everybody. Let's take 2 or 3 deep breaths on that one. Okay, let's do a couple more. Okay, let's take one more deep breath. Okay, so everybody, that concludes our group activation. We took a little bit longer today because I felt to do it, go a really bit more into the chakra system. So I hope you enjoy that energy. And, of course, I do always appreciate any feedback on email, if you'd like to email me on my website, because I get a lot of emails every day about just doing these group processes, how people just feel the energy. I mean, I have people just email me all the time, everybody, and they're saying they feel the energy just listening or just on a replay. So I'm pretty humbled, about that I can actually help people just listening to the replays. So I get a lot of feedback on just listening to the energy of the call. And actually, I want to mention, too, Nicole, do you have anybody on the line right now?
I've got a first question in email if you want that. I'm just refreshing the board and seeing what's on there in the meantime.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and because I want to mention with these group processes and everything, I mean, I have people who will listen to me. That's what I was trying to say is I have people who will listen to me work with our callers, and they're receiving the same clearing or activation at the same time as somebody else is receiving it. So I want to let people know you still receive it. If you want to receive it, you'll receive it, because this is all for a group process. So I just want to let you know that's just for now or in the future if you decide that you want to call in and be one of the callers, and then I work with you one-on-one for a mini healing.
Why don't we try to call now and see if the board's working. So area code 617, anybody there? What's your first name? Where are you calling in from?
Hi, it's Ann from Boston. Hello.
Hi, Pam.
Hello.
Hi, Pam. Hi, Pam. Well,
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This is Dawn Crystal, Pain-Free, Fast and Easy. So thank you for being here. And I was going to ask you, you probably heard everything. How may I serve you today? Because I'm doing like little mini healings if you'd like to receive and participate.
Oh, I have a mini one. I sprained my ankle the other day. I fell in a hole.
Ooh. Okay, that doesn't. How is your physical health anyway? Just on a general level, how do you feel? Are you active, or are you pretty active, or is it just something that just some people aren't, and it's fine. There's no right or wrong. I just like to first. What was your first name again? I'm sorry.
Ann.
Jan. Jan. Okay, Jan.
Hey.
Can I tune in? Like Jan, right?
No, Ann.
Ann. Oh, Ann. Sorry. Sorry, Ann. Sorry about that. This is Dawn. I'm on another planet. Sorry. This is Dawn Crystal. Okay, so Ann, can I tune into you on a energetic level just for a moment? So Ann, what happened the other day? You were walking, how did this happen? Just curious.
Well, I was walking, and then there was like the sidewalk there was a big giant hole. You know how like the ice stuff, when it gets cold, all of a sudden, things freeze, and then they make big holes somewhere down the line. Yeah, I was walking and fell into the hole.
Has anything ever happened to you before where you were just a little klutzy or something like that happened? Any kind of freak accident in the past or any accidents or anything?
Oh, yeah, I fell down a flight of stairs a long time ago.
Yeah, and that was how many years ago?
30.
30. Okay. Are you married and have kids and all that?
Well, have kids, have partners, and, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Live
just
the
like to
life.
know because I want to mention about that. I'm not trying to be nosy and nobody knows who you are, but I'm just kind of seeing some energy. I'm a soul reader, right? So when you say your partner, no longer with your partner and just...
Oh, no, he's right here.
Okay, and you guys get along well? Everything good?
Well, he's very sick.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like, and this is no right or wrong. I never deal with duality of right, wrong, good, bad, up, down, whatever that is. I just feel a big drain on you. Are you aware? And it doesn't matter. I'm just seeing you kind of drained your life force energy. Are you aware of that?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, guys, I'm just letting you know this is normal for a lot of people, including myself. I'm a healer. I had to kind of disconnect my energies from certain people in my past because otherwise I wouldn't even have energy to do what I do today. So the main thing for you, Ann, is because I know you're in a situation where you just are in a situation and we choose to be in our situations. We have physical choice, and that's fine, okay? But for you, this is what your soul is telling me, okay? And I'm going to clear you so you can feel a little bit more energy. I kind of feel like there's a big drain on you, and I kind of feel you know where it comes from. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm doing the job of 5 people.
Yeah. But I want to mention one thing about that, and we're going to talk about boundaries. This is for everyone to learn energy here. Even though you're doing the job of 5 people, and I understand that you're just a good soul doing what you do and you just feel like you have to do it, still, even if we're doing a job of 5 people, I kind of feel that people drain your life force energy, and that's not really what your soul is wanting. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, fine. Yep. Okay, but hear me on this if it feels right or not. It's up to you. I always tell people it's your free will. I just speak wisdom and what your soul is telling me. So it's like, okay, you do all this work, and I see that, and I honor you for that, Ann. But your soul, your higher self is saying that you need to start creating some kind of energy boundary around yourself because our life force energy, if you don't know this, is really here to sustain your own health. Everybody on this planet, including myself, has a form. We all have our life force energy, right? Our life force energy is here to help us heal and all that, but it's not really here to sustain other people's existence. Does that make sense? Meaning we're not here to give our energy away. It's not really right because really in reality we're all spiritual beings and we all have rights. We all have free will to go to God or source and do our physical or energetic work, which is meaning like raise our consciousness, our awareness, and our vibration of our body, which means it takes a little work. Then this is part of our program here is to do physical. We're doing energetic and physical work by doing some of the healings here and also the group processes, so we can get ourselves up to a higher level of our energy in our body and also evolution and consciousness, awareness, and all that. But a lot of people who are connected with us on an energetic level are not always ready for that next level of evolution. So, and this is just unconscious a lot of times, but a lot of people are conscious of this, and a lot of times they will like to latch onto your energy and drain you because they're just not really ready for it, or they're in fear, and they just don't really know that they can go to God or source for their energy supply. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So what happens is us beings, like you're a good soul, and I used to do that for years myself, we allow it. It's like some part of our being just says, okay, this is the way it is. I'll just allow everybody to drain me, and then half of us are drinking extra coffee or whatever we need to do to get our energy levels up. And really, in reality, we don't need to do really any of that. I mean, I drink coffee because I love it these days. I don't need to do it to raise my energy level. But for you, I don't know if you do anything like this now, but I'd like to do a little mini clearing on you, if you don't mind. I'm just going to do some clearing off some of this heavy energy off you, if you don't mind, Ann. But this is what your soul is telling me, and tell me if this feels okay to you. Your soul wants you to, and this is for everybody listening, okay? This is really important. Your soul is wanting you to put some white light around yourself every day. You know, wake up in the morning, put a bubble of white light around yourself. You know, saying you're protected in light or whatever you want to say. And just keeping your energy contained so not everybody in the world can drain you or latch onto you, or I call it, you're like the, I kind of see with you, you're like you have like little tubes going into your solar plexus stomach area, and they're just draining you like you're a battery. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But would you like to change that? Would you like to start living with more energy and still do what you do, but maybe have more energy to do what you're doing and not feel so drained, but also you being more conscious of it is not going to allow everybody to latch onto your life force energy and drain you dry, because it's not really your job to do that. You understand that, right? I mean, there's nobody on this planet better than anybody, really. We all have rights to go to Source or God and do our own physical or energetic work so we can have more life force energy running through our body. And that means that you're not really here to, your soul is saying, to caretake anybody on their path. You're just here to do your own work, which you're tuning into the show today. So I would say you're obviously guided to listen to this and me to talk to you. And just so you get this wisdom right now, so this way you can say, hey, I love you. I'm more than happy to do what I'm doing here, but I'm not here to give you all my energy. So your soul is just asking in a loving way if you could just start putting a bubble of white light around yourself every day, containing yourself and being more aware of it so it doesn't keep happening, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so has anybody ever worked on you energetically before? Because I'll just do a visual and I'll just kind of clear you off and see if you feel a little bit lighter after I get done making some sound. Can you do that? Would that be okay for you, or if it feels good? Okay, just so you can kind of, and the reason why I'm doing this is I want you to feel more of yourself. Does that make sense? I want to clear off some of this heavy stuff so you can start feeling you. And meaning feeling you means not feeling the world in your energy field. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay, so just hold right above your head, Ann, and just imagine everything going from your feet all the way to your head into that beautiful divine light that's not you. How does that sound? And we're going to give it to God or Source, whatever you believe.
Okay.
All right? Let's do it now. Just imagine that happening while I make sound. I'm going to make a loud sound clearing this energy off you. Just let it go. There it goes. Are you aware of something moving a little bit? And your shoulders and your neck are pretty... Okay, let's see if they loosen up. Let's let that chest layer off your head. Somebody's holding energy at your head. Let's let that go now. There it goes. Did you feel that kind of move? Were you aware of that?
No.
Yeah, it's okay. And again, I don't know what your history is. Remember, I was talking about codes on our energy field. Have you had some trauma early on in life?
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so it's a process. So just kind of keep feeling for a minute. You can feel a little bit more relaxed. Are you starting to feel maybe a little bit lighter?
Yeah, my hand.
Yeah, perfect. Keep breathing. And that light above your head, let it go. How are you feeling right now? I'm just kind of doing I'm doing a clearing, but that's also for people who are on the line. Do you kind of feel like things are kind of lightening up on you a little bit?
Yeah, relaxing.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's actually what we're doing is I'm doing an energy clearing. So just keep receiving this from me. This is for everybody listening, by the way, to receive this. Feel your chest. Feel your heart chakra right now. It's kind of getting a little bit lighter, maybe.
Yeah, I can breathe right now.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful, everybody. Oh, and I'm going to explain that in a second. Let me finish off here. Just keep breathing. I'm kind of clearing you. Okay, so take a couple deep breaths, Dan, and tell me how you're feeling right now since we started this mini healing.
Still can't completely take a deep breath, but it's better.
Hold on. Well, let me help you a little bit here. Feel this. There it goes. Feel that lighten up right there?
A little.
Yeah. How's that feel?
I'm feeling some movement in my stomach.
Yeah. You're kind of stagnated. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just wanted to know your history because I kind of feel there's some trauma stored deep down. So I don't know what's happened in your life because we're just doing a few minutes of healing. But I want to get things moving for you. So basically what I just did was I just cleared your energy of everybody and anybody that was in there. So, and again, I want to mention to everybody on the call, you will receive this, but when I say clearing you out of everything that's not you, I'm talking about anybody you're connected to. Because really what my gift today, and you're calling in, and my gift to you from the universe and myself, is to really help you feel yourself without everybody else's stuff in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how can we, it's like I always say, how can we measure how we really feel if we don't know? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what I'm doing is right now I'm clearing your energy out so you can kind of feel yourself. And would you say that just kind of getting a feeling right now, feeling lighter, is actually much better than where we started today, and it's actually more peaceful?
Yeah, I was very, depressed earlier, but I'm okay now.
Yeah, that's huge. Okay, we're talking 2 minutes. I'm not even working with you 2 minutes, and we're doing huge shifts on you. And the reason why I'm making this such a big thing is because I don't really feel anybody's really helped you that much in the past. And here you are on the call today. I don't know if you listen to the shows regularly, but I do this show every other week. And basically what I'm doing right now is just bringing your life force energy of your spirit, which is your truth, your God present self, whatever, into your body. And we're clearing out all those cords. You had cords all over you of so many feeding tubes. So are you into kind of any kind of service profession or anything?
Well, yeah, that's what I was trained for. People take advantage.
Well, we got to stop that. Your soul is not wanting that anymore. It's almost like you need to stand in your power, and it's like almost like you create this bubble of white light around yourself every day. Every day you get up, you put a white bubble of light around yourself, saying you're protected into God's divine light. Nothing but the energy of love is allowed to permeate through your white light, and you're protected until the next day, or I would say until tomorrow when you renew this again. And that's important if you choose to do it. If you do that every day, I have to tell you, Ann, you're going to feel a difference. I'm not going to say that you're not going to get a steep hole and somebody that you're connected to is not going to get in, because I kind of feel there's a lot of people who you are connected to who just kind of know how to get into your energy and do that to you. But with you being more awareness, that's what we're doing today. It's called awareness, not just clearing you out. I'm giving you awareness. Why? Because having awareness is where change happens. If you're aware of what's going on, you're going to make a change, right? Because I don't think you're okay with that, right? Empowering you to do that, because really nobody can make the change except yourself. I mean, you can go to every healer on the planet, and you might get some good results. And and the one thing about me, Ann, is I always tell people, I'm not here to give you just a feel-good session, and I clear your energy and then everything comes back. I really want you to know that you have to take the reins or responsibility to keep your energy clear if we never talk again. You know what I mean? So This way you could do the work yourself, but you do have power. It's just a matter of, are you going to choose to live in your power and say, hey, I love you. I'm here. I'm helping you, whatever you're doing to help whoever's in your life. But it's not okay anymore. I'm not God, and I'm not here to give you all my life force energy, because it's taking me down. It's making me feel exhausted. It's causing me to be clumsy. Do you know that, right? I'm kind of seeing a big picture here where this clumsiness is not really just something that's, I'm not saying that things don't happen, but I kind of feel that if you were more into your body and you are not being so drained and you're feeling you, there would be more awareness, you know what I mean? And it happens to everybody. So I'm not just like singling anybody out here. This is just a good training for yourself, but it's also training everybody who's listening. So I'm grateful that, Ann, you were able to at least call in and I could work on you and everybody's learning and receiving. So it's a good thing for everybody here, and I want to thank you for that.
Okay. Yeah, I always know, I know what you're saying all the time, and I do the white light, but sometimes I just get so drained I forget to do that. Exactly. But it's the matter of how. I mean, I've had these family members just, expect things from me. When people say they are supposed to do this for him, they are supposed to do that for him, and all I want to say is, and they say, we pray for you all the time. And I just want to say, prayer without works is sin,
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't know how to shift that, shift it off of me and give them their responsibility back. Just
remember one thing here. This is what your soul is telling me. I have no idea about your life, by the way, okay? So I'm just giving you what your soul is telling me. Your soul is saying that you're really not here to be a nurse or anybody to anybody. That's
right.
not really your job. Your job. My job right now as a healer, and I'm working with you right now and everybody listening, is to help people get out of their situation because, sometimes we have to make, I just had a lady this week, and I'm just going to tell you this quick because I know we're getting close to the call today, but I had a lady this week, I'll just tell you this quick. Her husband had Parkinson's, and she wanted out of that relationship. She felt like she was in a deep hole, and her soul came through the session, and she said, if I really want to divorce him, but I feel like I'm his nurse, and there's no way out of this. And then she said, for years ago, I've been wanting to get divorced, because then we would, right now we can't get personal care where he can actually have a nurse and get it covered by our insurance. And she says, I really don't want out of it because he was draining her and he was also controlling her at the same time. And this was just a call that I had. It was nothing to do with me involved. It was just her soul speaking through me. And she just emailed me the other day and said her life has changed. She has more vivacious energy. She did get the divorce, and she's now signing up for care because she's going to move on because she knew she needed to get out of the relationship. I'm not telling you to do anything here. This is just a story, okay, Ann, that I'm sharing with you. She changed her life, and she had more energy. She felt more empowered, and she was living in a deep, dark hole for many years, thinking, how in the hell am I going to get out of this? I'm this nurse. I really never signed up for this, but what else am I going to do? It's for better or worse, richer or poorer when you marry someone, because that's kind of like the human, what we commit to, right? Yep. But in reality, she went ahead and followed her heart, and she felt very strongly she was guided to have a session with me, and we did the session, and her whole life changed. And I got an email the other day, and this is just me to share some wisdom with you, that people who are really ready for the next level of evolution, because our planet is actually preparing people to get to your next level of what you're really born here to do beyond this physical life, or what you're living right now, is to prepare you to get to your next level of evolution, which means sometimes we need to make some shifts. I lived out of a car and left millions of dollars, okay? That's a true story by me, Ann. So, whatever your calling is, it doesn't have to be significant, but that's a lot of people who are finding me right now are ready for their next evolution shift, and I just find that on the right frequency or vibration to help people get to that level if they're really ready for it. I'm a mover and a shaker, okay? That's what I call myself.
Okay.
I'll really get people on their way to their true happiness. So, Ann, I'm going to disconnect my energy with you today, and I hope that some of this wisdom does resonate through you. If not, it's fine. I just wanted to share what your soul has told me. And it was a really good reading today because a lot of people who are on the call or are going to listen to the replay are going to learn something from this. So thank you for being here today. And you should feel a lot better. How do you feel right now?
Much better. Thank you.
Yeah. You feel lighter, just so people hear it? You feel a lot lighter since we started the call?
Yeah, and I was breathing in a shuddering mode before this. It's like, and that has stopped.
And what I did, you can feel some release right now. I brought in your life force energy and of your soul, and we grounded it through your body, and we cleared out all the low vibration is what we did. So now you're feeling more peaceful. You're not feeling all the feeding tubes of energy, people taking your energy on your energy field. So now you're feeling more relaxed, and really what you're feeling, Ann, is really more of you. So doesn't that feel great?
Yep, it's lovely. Thank you.
Wouldn't you like to keep that?
Forever and ever.
Okay, well, I just want to say thank you for being a participant and being a good sport with everybody today. And I hope to tune in again and we talk again in the future. And let me know how your life's going, or send me an email to my website. Okay?
Thank you.
And have a blessed day. Thank you, and much aloha to you. Okay.
Thanks, Ann. Let us know how it goes. You have 4 minutes to the top. Done.
Okay, so I will do it. Yeah, good call today. Okay, so everybody here listening, again, I'm just going to mention what I do. So if anyone is feeling strongly pulled to work with me more on an individual level, since our program today is pain-free, fast, and easy, if you decide that you'd like to learn more about what I do, please visit my website at DawnCrystalHealing.com. If you go to the front page of my website, I have a program called Get Out of Pain Forever, Fast, and Easy. If you go to my package B, you will get 10 MP3s, which will be addressing different issues of pain in the body. If you don't have pain, it's still good to listen to these MP3s because it helps your life force energy move easily through your body and get your body healing itself easier and faster and feeling more alive is what I call more in your body. So you can listen to the MP3s. It's just a bonus that you get. And then you also get a session with me for 30 minutes at a very highly discounted rate if you do my package B on my website of Get Out of Pain Forever. It's a special price I offer for first-time callers. Please do not look under my session prices because they are a lot more than that package. But I do it as a discount so you can try my work and really make huge shifts with me if you decide that you'd like to try me out and actually have a 30-minute session with me. I promise you, we can really get into a lot of deep stuff, get things moving for you so you can really get your life on its way to your true happiness, your true calling of what you're really born here to do in your next level of evolution. So if you really feel that resonates true to you, please visit my website and go to my Get Out of Pain Forever program, Package B, and I would love to hear from you. Any feedback from today's call, please visit my website and drop me an email under DawnCrystalHealing.com. And I would love to hear all feedback, any testimonials. It helps me, and it also helps the callers as well, and everything is always confidential. So thank you for that, too. So, Nicole, I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in today, and if I did not get to work with you, please call in. Next Monday, I will be back at the same time, and I would love to take more callers and do more mini healings. So I just want to say, everybody, I hope you have enjoyed the energy today, and please do feel free to tune into the replay if you like the energy work that I did. You can always receive more energy later on, okay? So thank you very much.
Perfect. We'll talk to you next week. Dawn Crystal's all linked up at newsforthesoul.com.
Aloha.
You're now tuned in to Nicole Whitney's News for the Soul highlights. Life-changing spotlights she has shared with leading teachers in the human consciousness field since 1997. Go now to newsforthesoul.com to hear the full shows totally free. That's newsforthesoul.com.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole. I'm here. We're live. This is News for the Soul, life-changing talk radio from the uplifting to the unexplained. New guest to introduce you to. I'm excited about hearing this tale. Texas physician and author Larry Dossey on the power of premonitions. That's right up our alley, of course, and we're going to find out more about that momentarily. We'll get the break done as we do at the top of the hour and go straight through. Hate those interruptions, you know. Want it to be all in the flow in a good way, so that's what we do here. If you miss any of the show anytime, newsforthesoul.com, all last decade or so shows all free all the time. Yeah, that's how I roll. Newsforthesoul.com, that's where you go, but not now, because he's here live. Momentarily, we're going to get started.
Yeah, man. We all love to hear the good news, so we all should rush to hear the good news. Right. But we can just find the good news. NSTS, NSTS. News for the soul at the very best. NSTS, NSTS. News for the soul at the very best. NSTS, NSTS. News for the soul at the very best. Yeah, man. Just log on to www.newsforthesoul.com. Can you hear me? We are a life-changing talk radio. We give you good news to keep you on the go. And you can also share the good news you know. And that's the way we keep in the flow. We only focus on the positive things, yeah. We only focus on the positive things, yeah. We not go put none of the negative in there. We not go put none of the negative in there. NFTS, NFTS. News for the soul at the very best. NFTS, NFTS.